Introducing Professor Damian Hughes' new book, How to Think Like Sir Alex Ferguson, as featured on Radio 4, Talk Sport, The Mirror and The Telegraph. We met up with the author at a packed presentation and book signing event at Waterstones, Manchester.
Sir Alex Ferguson's written a number of his own books, and what is detailed within it is what he did during his 26 years as the most successful British manager in football history. What I was more intrigued is how he went about doing it. So looking at very much the psychological techniques that he devised during that time to be able to get the best out of people, and then to offer readers an insight into how they can take some of the same principles and adopt them. Now, what Ferguson was a genius at doing was reducing the weight of expectation, removing the fear of consequences of failure, and actually allowing people's talent to just flourish. Ferguson has a lovely phrase where he talks about when you've got people playing at the potential, they feel they can climb Mount Everest in the slippers. And what he essentially means by that is it's about how do you get people just feeling completely unfettered and being out there to produce the very best. He told them a story about a young lad walking along with his dad past a building site. And the young lad would stop and say to the first builder, "What are you doing?" And the builder said, "I'm laying bricks, what does it look like?" When they carried on walking a bit further, they came to another builder and they said, "What are you doing?" The builder said, "I'm earning £10 an hour, son." When they carried on walking a bit further, they stopped a third builder and said, "What are you?" And the builder said, "I'm building a magnificent cathedral here, that one day I'm going to be proud to bring my own children back and show them what I contributed towards." And Ferguson had challenged the players himself and say, which one of those builders are you going to be today? Are you going to be the sort of person that comes in here and just decides that you're going to kick a ball around in a training session? Or are you going to be the second builder that talks about, "I've earned £1,000 for this morning's work"? Or are you going to be the third one? The third one that says, "You know what, I'm helping to build the best football team in the world." He was a keen people person. He was somebody that was that had a unique insight into the way he could read people. So I think there's a certain element that was natural to him, but I also think that he was keen to learn more around the psychology of it so he could adopt them and integrate them into his own practice. What I've done is to introduce the concept of why anybody can think like Sir Alex Ferguson, and I've shared a little bit of the insight of the football industry. So let me give you some stats. That the average time that a football manager will get in his job is 1 year and 4 months before they're dismissed. And 55% of managers that are sacked never get the opportunity to work as a football manager again. So in an industry where patience is low, the failure rate is high, but the consequences are huge. The book looks at how did Alex Ferguson become the most successful British manager of all time.
After the presentation, it's time for the book signings. According to Waterstones event manager Oliver Smythe, the event has been a great success.
Absolutely amazing. Damien here tonight. We usually do small events in the fixture room. We don't usually get a turnout like this, as you can see from the queue. It's obviously well received, and we're just really glad to have him here. It was excellent talk.
I thought the speech and everything was really fantastic, actually. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So looking forward to reading the book now.
It's very interesting. He's, got some interesting points to make, and I thought what he said about Alex Ferguson was applicable to a lot of situations.
I'm already a big fan or believer in his works.
I think Damian's fantastic at what he does. So I've seen him a few times and he's worked with us as well. So yeah, definitely.
He takes concepts and makes them simple. You know, it's just some nuggets that always drop in as he speaks and stuff. So yeah, it's good.
And I always think he's really engaging, entertaining. He just puts stuff across in a way which makes you think. So I thought it'd be great to be here.
So it's the application of the lessons into the workplace.
Inspired.
How to Think Like Sir Alex Ferguson by Professor Damian Hughes, available from all good booksellers now.